Hello, my lovelies. So, on the one hand, we finished our quest for this zone. On the other hand, I am utterly incapable of leaving without filling in my map and just checking to see what's there. Oh, let me make sure that I have my birds up. So, when I was, having opinions about that paper, one of the things that came up was that they think that Baba Yaga is both an archetype as well as a character. And I said that that is a really, really interesting concept, and I would love to see greater discussion on it. And then the internet had to go and make me sad. Because apparently there is a book that explores this that I not only cannot afford, but also it would not get here in time for me to speak about it meaningfully while still playing this game. Because as much as it is possible to play Reka forever, because after you get to a certain point in questing, everything is just... It turns sandboxy, and you can continue on forever just going to new villages and helping them and filling in your insect collection and seeing what's up with that display table from Bogdan and etc. ad nauseum. I don't think we want to do that. I think that could be a little fun. How full is my pitcher? Okay. Oh my gosh, it makes a frog noise. I love that. So, I was scrolling through, I forget what, and I got this excerpt, and I'm going to stop to read it. In Russian, Baba Yaga's name is not capitalized. Indeed, it is not a name at all, but a description. Old Lady Yaga, or perhaps scary old woman. There's often more than one Baba Yaga in a story, and thus we should really say a Baba Yaga, or the Baba Yaga. We do so in these tales when a story would otherwise be confusing. We have continued the Western tradition of capitalizing Baba Yaga since the words cannot be translated and have no other meaning in English, aside perhaps from the pleasant associations of a rum baba. I don't know what that is. There is no graceful way to put the name in the plural in English, and in Russian tales, multiple iterations of Baba Yaga never appear at the same time, only in sequence. Baba Yaga's sisters or cousins talk about one another, or send travelers along to one another, but they do not live together. The first person pronoun I in Russian, ya, is also uncapitalized. In some tales, our witch is only called Yaga. A few tales refer to her as Yagishna, a patronymic form, suggesting she is Yaga's daughter rather than Yaga herself. That in turn suggests that Baba Yaga reproduces parthenogenetically, and some scholars agree that she does. The lack of capitalization in every published Russian folktale also hints at Baba Yaga's status as a type rather than an individual, a paradigmatic, mean or frightening old woman. The description in place of a name, too, could suggest that it was once a euphemism for another name or term, too holy or frightening to be spoken, and therefore now long forgotten. From Sibelan Forrester's introduction to her book, Baba Yaga, The Wild Wish of the East in Russian Fairy Tales. I love this. I love this. One, because it indicates somebody that speaks the language, which you lose so much nuance. Even someone who has learned a language to fluency or near fluency loses a lot of nuance when they didn't grow up with a language or a culture, because there will always be something of your original language. So there will always be concepts that there just is no way to articulate, because there are things that you just understand about the language that you speak. And partly that gets effed up because language is also fluid. For example, when I was a kid in school, even though it sounded absolutely bonkers, you were not supposed to end a sentence with a preposition. And it turns out schools have started relaxing on this because English mostly takes its grammar from Proto-Germanic languages, stuff that would evolve into German. A lot of our vocabulary comes from a shared root with modern German as well. And it turns out that the reason that you were not supposed to end a sentence on a preposition is from a Latin grammar rule that there is absolutely no reason to carry over into English. And in fact, it doesn't really make sense to carry it over into English. And so the idea that Baba Yaga became Baba Yaga instead of a Baba Yaga because of translation error is so beautiful and fascinating, and I love it. I love thinking about it. Oh, before I get distracted again, today's Cuppa is hazelnut orange. We have had our first snow here in Michigan. It's starting to feel wintry. So I'm like cracking into the winter teas. And and the tabletop teas order is supposed to come today. Which I'm excited about, which is like 2-3 weeks ago Wednesday for you guys. But anyway, I didn't remember to bring down the milk. This tea, I think, really does well sweetened with a little bit of cream. But I forgot, like a silly Billy, so it is just sweetened. So it's just a smidge, just the tiniest, littlest smidge less smooth than usual. But it's got this fabulous, smooth, nutty, vanilla-y texture. And then it has orange peel. Ooh, that's cute. We're going to have to try that on. It has, which way was I going? This way. It has orange peel, which not only, like, is orange like an old Christmas flavor, like, less so, like, in the last century or so, but for a long time, having oranges or other citrus fruits at Christmas time was a big part of celebration. I think we're gonna hold off on any more berries, but we are getting low on mushrooms. All that mushroom soup that Baba Yaga won't even eat. She wants her pancakes. But it makes sense for Baba Yaga. Oh, I literally just said I'm gonna hold off on the berries. But I do want to make a bunch of jam. Oh, well, there'll be more berries in the next village, right? Right? And besides which, we can start growing things. And I knew there were stories that referenced the daughters of Baba Yaga, but the fact that they could also be considered, Baba Yaga didn't occur to me as much. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, the only time I've encountered Baba Yaga as a title or a job was in that series of romance novels. So the fact that actually indicates a relationship with the original Russian concept is fascinating. Like, I had tried to see, like, you type your own name into a baby name book, you look at baby name books to see, like, what was the author thinking when they created this character? Oh, is my backpack full? Oh, yep, I am completely full up. Okay, back to the hut. I also, for the purposes of this game, love it because that makes this relationship make sense. A Baba Yaga, like, it makes sense for there to be an original one, because otherwise, why would people name themselves after the title? But it also, I need to organize my chests. Okay, you're a full stack, you're a full stack. You're a full stack. And now, I wonder why I couldn't pick up the honey, because that's not a full stack of honey. Do I have a full stack of honey? Yeah, honey goes up to 64. It should have let me pick up that honey. Reminds me, I need to put in my garden stuff. have so many plans for our hut. Okay, let's look at the map. I think it's going to make more sense for us to go this way. I wonder if it's just going to mark ruins on the map now. Because there's 2 of them on the map now, and last time there was only 1. Or maybe they're ruins with specific stuff in them. Because this was the first ruins we found with, like, the garden plot. With, like, the well outside. Ooh, it is giving us all the cute clothes today. So let's... Oh my gosh, there's even an outhouse. Honestly, that's a good detail. Let's go looking for that other marked ruins. And then we'll go back to ringing the outside. Am I headed in the right direction? Oh, we want to turn. Yeah, there's another derelict house with a well outside. And then an outhouse. I wonder why these are marked on the map. Because I don't... Oh, let me... Oh, look, it's more seeds. This one we found last time. Okay. I'm just going to see if there are seeds in the garden box that I missed because I didn't have my crows up. And then we'll continue filling in the map. What kind of seeds do we have? Okay, still just flax and wolfbane. Which is absolutely fine. Okay. Now I think we turn this way. Right, yep. And we can continue filling in the map. I just can't leave the map before I fill it in. There's just something in me. Maybe completionism, I don't know. But there's just something in me that is just like, can't do it, can't leave. And I did find out what that little critter in the water is. And next time, before I give it my offering, I'm going to go talk to Baba Yaga to see if she has something to say about it before I've, quote, resolved it. But basically, according to the internet, it wants something cooked. And so I screwed up by... I got a new insect display. Already had one, but okay. But according to the internet, it wants something cooked. And since I gave it raspberry jam, it doesn't count. Just saying it out loud like that, because you do have to cook the preserve. You do have to, like, heat the fruit to make jam out of it, because you need to reduce the juices and thicken it. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to see if Baba Yaga can give me some more intel on them when I find the next one. We're good on berries for now. We're good on berries for now. We're good on berries for now. Hello, chest. Ooh. Yeah, we definitely need to go have a little mini fashion show, because that is 3 super cute looking outfits in rapid succession. And I am deeply curious. Oh, but just in case I didn't finish my thought, our little guy is a ghost, and if you give it a offering that it likes, it will drop chests for you. And apparently if you give it multiples of something and it likes it, it will give you... There's a chance of it giving you, like, multiple chests. Just running through the river. Okay, we should be coming up. There it is. There's that honey I couldn't collect. I found it. No, there was a couple of books I really, really wanted on Baba Yaga. Partly because, you know, Baba Yaga, I'm trying to talk seriously about her for research purposes. But also because I just find her a fascinating folkloric figure and apparently archetype. Because while I am down to believe that, Not from a paper that also says, oh, she's also Brigid, and also... She's also Brigid, and also Rhiannon, and also Persephone. No. No, she's not. That is honestly silly to contemplate. Because, like, usually when you see cognates, like... Or, no, cognates is the wrong word. Usually... Hello, Mila. Does this village seriously not actually have any quests? Like, not even the witch's helping oven? I mean, I guess the people were kind of nasty to me. Pavel says, good to see a new face in these parts. Sasha says hello. Mila still says hey there. Anastasia says, good to see a new face in these parts. Last time they were also judgy, but I was also... I like goats, but after a while, everything smells like goat. Everything. Yes, we used to have goats when I was little. My mom makes the best pumpkin soup. Good to know, Ivan. Oh, are all the houses creepy and identical? Oh, okay. Filling in the map and getting out of Dodge it is. Okay, one more house. Yeah, not even a witch's helping oven quest. Like, I could go through every house, but I'm starting to have a feeling. I'm going to talk to this person who is working. Barbara says, hey, how are you doing? Not seen you here before. I love being reminded that Barbara is a Slavic name. There is actually, like, a really, really famous case. I want to say it was Sigismund the First. I forget exactly which king of Poland it is. Like, my family is from Poland originally, before we came to America. Okay, we are full up on grain. That's fine. We have lots of grain in our chests at home. So I have been researching, like, Polish history to get in touch with my heritage for a really, really long time. It's part of why I jump on Slavic games like this, because even though technically, if you really want to get specific, Baba Yaga specifically is Russian. Mean old witch women who live in the woods and frequently ride around in mortars and frequently have chicken huts is a pan-Slavic concept. Oh, that poor deer is stuck. And I mean poor deer in both senses of the word. Can I get close enough to give you a berry, sweetling? Do I need to collect all of this fly amanita mushroom? Or fly agaric? Can I not give you a berry because you're stuck in a tree? Well, that's just profoundly unfortunate. I'm so sorry, little love. We don't need more berries. I would love to give a berry to the deer, but it's glitched. Oh, there's a cart. Does the cart have a chest in it? It does! Ooh, more heaps of books. I do enjoy a good heap of books. I keep forgetting that I am hitting tab while holding the shift key and summoning the overlay. And it's honestly a little bit hilarious. Yeah, these rings of mushrooms around trees both folklorically mean and superstitiously mean that tree is like a gateway between worlds, but it also kind of means that that tree is sick and its roots are dying. Okay, I'm full up on mushrooms in my backpack right now. You know what? That's what I gotta do to be able to get in these. Oh my gosh, that looks cute. Ah, I'm gonna have hard decisions about clothes to make when we get back to the cottage. There's that book I just talked about that I want, and there was another one. Yeah, we'll save. Oh, give me a second to look at my Amazon wish list to get the title of it. So there's Baba Yaga, the Wild Witch of the East in Russian Folktales by Sibelan Forrester that I want so bad. And then there's Baba Yaga, the Ambiguous Mother and Witch of the Russian Folktale by International Folkloristics. And I want them both so much. But they're like $40 a pop, and I just don't have that kind of money to spend on books in this moment. And also, if I were to buy myself books in the middle of November, those that have to buy gifts for me for the holiday that are forthcoming would be a deep displeased. And holidays are already going to be complicated. I have a friend who's been ill. I have a friend who is trying to move, which I'm really, really excited because they're going to live almost an hour closer. But it's still going to be, if they get the house that they're hoping to get. Because there's no guarantee just because they're putting an offer in on the house that they will be able to get said house. Oh, also, according to the game wiki, the fly agaric mushrooms... Wait, what is that noise? That sounded like a cicada. It's like, I know I'm supposed to be collecting bugs. I have an insect display. I should be able to be collecting bugs. Oh, maybe I just went past it and it despawned, because stuff does that in video games all the time. Also, buying presents for people is hard. Because, like, usually, you know, if you want something in a modern world, you get it for yourself because you're a strong, independent woman who don't need no man, or a strong, independent man who don't need no woman. Mix and match. Strong, independent, non-binary person who has no need of a partner to define themselves. Like, there's whole bunches of iterations on that. But it means, like, what do they want that can be purchased by me for them? Oh, that's a creepy... It sounds almost like a raven call. But our birds are crows. I'm gonna check out this tent and that derelict building, and then we'll go home. Oh. Hello there. The artist. You've come a long way, haven't you? I have seen it in your eyes, the longing, the quiet ache. These lands have that effect on those who dare to linger, but I sense you brought some of it here yourself. What do you think of the scenery? The sun stands high, unyielding, casting stark shadows. It's beautiful, yes, but there's a harshness to it. A clarity that leaves no room for mystery. Can I buy your painting? I fear I should be better at this part of my work, but I can't help but loathe it. Alas, the gold is what enables me to create. I wish there was another system. Gold is so ugly to the senses. As it stands, I would be grateful for your patronage. Oh, heck yeah, I'm going to buy another goat painting. There you are. The wilds have a way of drawing familiar faces together. Who are you? Friedrich. If a name still matters out here, I am simply a wanderer now, like you. A witness to these lands. Once I thought I knew who I was, but that was before I left everything behind. Why did you leave everything behind? There was an unbearable weight to it. A life laid out like a path I hadn't chosen. I felt as though I was living someone else's story, so I left to see if I could discover my own. What was the life you left behind? He's the only guy I've seen with curly hair. A familiar one, though that's often the heaviest kind. There was a home, familial expectations, even a betrothal. And yet there is an emptiness within me that nothing could fill. Take care, wanderer. These lands have a way of leaving their mark on both body and soul. Well, farewell to thee. Huh. I wish him luck. I wonder what I have 87 of currently in my pocket. I bet it's wood. More seeds. Oh, I bet you're pumpkin seeds. I bet they're on the map because they have seeds in them. They've got to be. Because it's been like the one ivory outfit with beige bodice. I think we got that one. Oh, there's one behind the barrels. Ooh, a fireplace and 3 candles. Alright. We want to come back here. Can I see my chicken hut from here? Because I think we're back close to the beginning of our journey. Yeah, our chicken hut should be like right that way. Alright, we'll use the talisman to get home. Did this show up? Yeah, okay. And this derelict house is by itself, so it'll be easy to find again. Then I'm going to see if I can get some stuff planted. Okay, first, get those put up. I think we have almost a full chest of berries at this point. We need to stop harvesting berries. We'll put the garlic up. And we'll put the honey up. Then we'll go back to that derelict. Oh, do I have eggs? I keep trying to do the selection wheel from another game of mine. Okay. Nothing's coming out of these chickens in this moment. Off I go! Oh, hello! I know I want to head this way. Then we'll do a fashion show. La 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 la, getting seeds. La 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 la, getting seeds. I want those pumpkin seeds. Gonna collect them. Alright. The Z key means nothing here. This is not Sky. Alright. Baba Yaga was right. There was nothing really here for us. Alright. Let's change my outfit. We will take off our outer layer so we can accurately look at things. Okay, that is pretty cute. That is fabulous, and I love the way it's covered in embroidery. That is also pretty heckin' cute. And this is a different colorway. Okay, these three appear to all be just different colorways of each other. Which is fair, because, like, this is a different colorway of this. Okay, what coats look good on you? We have this cute little capelet. Oh, which I think would look fabulous with any of these three, honestly. It looks good with this one, but not as good as it could. And then we have what is essentially our raven coat, but without the feathers on it. Oh, that looks so good. Yep, that's what we're wearing now. Okay, now... how much wood do I currently have in my pocket? I have over a stack of wood in my pocket. Let's see... let's see if we can build some... okay, there's a gardening table. So just pop this back in the corner here. Or the herbalist workshop. We'll put I don't know what the cost is out of this one. Is it 6? Okay. We'll place... see... Let's do 4 of these along this wall. And then the low bed... we'll put one here. One here. Can I put another one in the middle there? Then I think... because I've got lots and lots of seeds. And now I can get rid of that and that. Because I don't actually need that railing because I didn't build out the way I thought I was gonna. Now I have lots of building things that I want to do, but I'm not gonna make you guys sit through that. So... let's look at the gardening menu. Okay, it only shows us what is in our backpack. So let's go get a bunch of seeds and start planting things. I think all of my seeds... okay, there's the wolfsbane. There's the flax. I think we're going to put that full stack of wood in there. And then we'll do the pumpkin. And we'll get like 10 garlic in case we can plant the garlic. I don't know that we could... we'll experiment with like the berries and the like. Alright. Gardening menu. Okay, the pumpkins need a lot of space, apparently. Okay, well... do... okay, apparently it's hard to place stuff in here. Because it's tall. Oh well, after things grow, we'll futz with stuff. You need more space. Can I get 4 per bed? I think I can. Okay. Garlic I can apparently plant the heck out of. Ditto for wheat. But pumpkins need more space. Now, let's plant more of you over here. We'll do just a couple more of these in with the garlic. The thing is, I don't think any of these... if I go into build mode... okay, there is a planter big enough. I'm gonna store all of these. Can I get you along this wall? And then I'm gonna have to build another room to put pumpkins in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to build another room to put pumpkins in. I mean, I was planning on building more rooms anyway. I have thoughts. I have so many thoughts. All right. For now, though, I want to... We just picked up a stove. And I want to put it in this room. Because then it can warm the bed. Yeah, now my bed is warm. Yeah, I want to build another room partly for the sake of giving... Where is that rug? Yeah, now I have 2 insect displays. They look identical. Well, this heap of books... Oh, drat, doesn't actually fit on my book table. No! Well... Can at least place that. I need to replace this table with a different table anyway. Hey, kitty. I know I picked up a rug. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to replace that table with this table. In the meantime... Let's be done building for the moment. Need to make sure I have food for everybody. And then we can move on to the next village. Oh, and I need to water all my plants. Get stuff growing. I love that it sounds like a frog and it has a frog coming off of it. Like, this picture is so cool looking. Come on. How do I interact with you? I'm going to have to do some reading up because I'm not sure exactly what was supposed to happen there. Oh, look at my garden. Alright, let's make sure our... Okay, I'm going to check on my chickens just in case we have some more eggs. Definitely need to extend out our porch. Yep. Definitely got a full coterie of eggs. Okay. I'm gonna try... Can I make a mushroom omelet? I cannot. What do I get when I mix mushroom and flour? Nada. Mushroom flour honey? I can make a honey cake! Okay. I know Baba Yaga wants pancakes. I'm gonna just do porridge for me in the chicken hut. Because I don't think I had any... Yeah, I have 2 mushroom soups and some black salt. Let's go wait for things to cook. And I'll just sit with my goat and my rabbits and enjoy the sunset. This is very nice, by the way. Just chilling. Chilling like a villain. Objectively like the villain of Russian folklore. I might come back to Reka like next autumn around Halloween time. that lens flare can't decide whether it wants to render in or not. I might come back next year around... Does the honey cake take longer to cook? I guess it maybe does. Anyway, I might come back next year around Halloween time. See what new updates happen, because they're still adding to this game every day. And you guys can see what I've done with the hut in the time in between. And it will be amazing and fabulous. Alright, I am going to sit and wait for this food to all cook and take us to the next village. And we will pick up and take us to the next village. And we will pick up going through and seeing what that village has to offer. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Reka. I hope you are enjoying it as much as I am. I really hecking love this game. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, maybe even subscribe to bring you back for more cozy, creepy content. Have a happy time zone wherever in the world you are, and I will see you guys next time.